Anyway, we have tons of entertainment news for you tonight,
Yes.
and TV shows just
Yes.
coming out of our ear holes.
Yes. So because it is the new year, we kind of wanted to round up 2021 for you through the perspective of Turkish entertainment. So we have shows to talk about, we have celebrity news, we have tons of things for you today. But before we start, I want to share this information that I don't think everybody knows. So Turkey, at present, is the second largest exporters of series in the world after the United States. So Germany, France, Germany, France, and the UK come after. Yeah. So you get more than 700 million viewers in 150 countries that have interest in Turkish shows.
Wow.
It's insane.
700 million viewers. That's nearly as many as we get. Before we go into the TV shows, let's just quickly give some props to the channels.
Yes.
Who was the most watched TV channel in all of 2021?
Yeah.
And drum roll please, Nadia. The winner was TRT1, come out first. With no surprise, they've been pumping out shows all through 2021. The big hitters, your favorite one, Alparslan.
Büyük Selçuklu, of course.
Büyük Selçuklu. Your favorite show, the one because you love the history, don't you, Nadia?
I love history.
Yeah, she knows so much about it.
Let's just not ask questions about it.
No.
Moving on.
Gönüldağ, which is Mountain of Hearts, that was a big one.
Yeah.
And Teşkilat, which means Shadow Team. All of these, well, apparently entertained about 700 million around the world. Coming second, we had RTV, we had Kanal D after that, and last but not least, Show TV. That's just the top.
Good for them.
4 or 5. Yeah.
Woohoo!
Well done, everybody, on all the shows. Now, getting down to the individual shows, one of my favorites this year, Yargi, which means the judgment.
Ooh.
And, it's pretty close to my heart.
It describes you perfectly.
Sorry, what are you trying to say?
I'm sorry, Kenny, but you are one of the judgiest people I know. And not in a good way.
That's just the kind of thing you would say. It's typical
Judging,
of you.
be judging.
Yeah. Oh. I think what you mean is that actually I'm just a great judge of things. I think that's where you go.
If that's how you want to get it, you go ahead.
Moving on. The judgment is about an experienced, respected public prosecutor and a feisty young lawyer.
Yeah.
And they make a bit of a dream team and they're trying to solve a case. And every time something new comes up, obviously it spins the whole story for a loop. And that's a big one. That one stars Kaan, Urgancıoğlu, and Pinar Deniz. And like I said, I'm a great judge, so I would suggest watching The Judgment.
I bet. It's number one.
It's number one?
Obviously, a lot of people did. Maybe you have a good judgment. Who knows? The next show we want to talk about is Teşkilat, the one you mentioned, or Shadow Team. And it is a first-of-its-kind thriller action show that follows the missions of secret agents working for the Turkish intelligence organization.
Ooh.
Yeah, it digs deep and dirty.
Nice.
The show is filmed in Ankara, the capital of Turkey. And not only that, but it also touches on the emotional side of it. So you see these agents abandoning their families, leaving their lives, even faking their own death in order to fulfill their duty, which is kind of tragically beautiful, actually.
I love a bit of spycraft, me. So I'm guessing this isn't quite the James Bond thing. This is kind of the opposite.
Yeah, it's missions, it's terrorists, it's like full-on tech. You go in and you see how they do the whole thing, the whole process.
And unlike James Bond, they actually kind of have like a heart and a soul, and they care about the family.
He doesn't care about anybody.
Doesn't care about anybody, and he doesn't care whose toes he steps on.
Yeah. The show stars Çağlar, Ertuğrul, Deniz, Baysal, and Mesut Akusta.
That one, I haven't seen that one, but I definitely will because I love
should.
spy.
You really should. I think you'd love it. It's everywhere now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these spies, they should get a bit more respect for the amount that they have to. Anyway, so Nadia, you are, as we've already established, one of the great history lovers living in Istanbul.
Why are we going back to that?
Because as a history lover, you will adore this program.
Ooh.
Okay. Now this
Hit
is.
me.
Sorry?
Hit me.
Hit you.
Hit
Okay,
me.
ready? 3, 2, 1. Kuruluş Osman. Boom. How does that one feel?
Wow.
Not too bad, huh? So that means Establishment Osman. And as anybody who watches shows from Turkey know, this country does a roaring trade in these massive, huge historical...
They go all the way out for their historic shows.
The fight scenes, they're like, it makes Game of Thrones look like a pub a pub fight between two morons. These are big, full-on action, sword swinging, knives fighting, all the rest of it. And this is all about Osman's establishment of the Ottoman Empire, which obviously one of the great historical events. It's about him going all around what then was just a small part of his own tribe that obviously eventually grew out to be one of the biggest empires the world has ever seen. And this stars some big names. We've got Burak Özçivit, who is Osman himself, or Osman Bey. And this is real history here, Nadia. You know this. You already said it. This is the founding of the Ottoman Empire. Yeah.
But the next show I want to talk about, which has nothing to do with history, thank God, it's called Sadakatsiz, or A Woman Scorned.
Ooh.
I love that name very, very much.
I like that.
It has power with it. The show is adapted from a British show.
Ooh.
It's called Dr. Foster. Yeah?
I know Dr. Foster.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Really? Because it's not like the type of show that you would usually watch.
Well, I didn't watch it.
Oh.
But I knew of it.
You knew of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sorry, just massive difference in the name there. Dr. Foster. Doesn't mean it. Lame.
And then you get Woman Scorned. That is really cool.
That's such a cool name.
Yeah, they did a better job with the name.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
So tell me about it.
Yeah, I'll tell you. This show is about Dr. Asya, played by Cansu Deri, and how her life turns upside down as she discovers her husband's infidelity. And then does something wrong. You guessed it. Yeah. So it has jaw-dropping moments. And let me say this. I've seen this show everywhere. I've seen it on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. I've seen clips of it, memes. It broke the internet, not only in Turkey, but all around the world. It was sold to 65 countries, aired on HBO Max Latin America, and broke a historical record in Spain for holding the first spot prime time for weeks.
So it is a historical show.
In a way, it made history.
It made history. Yeah, it wasn't charting history, it was making history.
It was making history.
Nadia, I am sold. I will be watching that show. I'm going to be taking tips on how to avoid being scorned.
And being caught when you're cheating.
Yeah, and give me some real good tips on how to get away with it. Because it's not about not doing it, it's about not getting caught.
And there you go, a lesson from the master.
That's not true. I'm good at everything. I don't get in trouble with anybody. And speaking of not getting in trouble, it's called Masamla Apartmanı on TRT1.
Oh.
You heard of this show?
I actually did. I heard of this show. I've heard so many things about it. It's actually pretty popular. It's really, really famous.
I'm not surprised. Everything about it sounds really cool. And just like me, it's called The Innocents. Yeah.
Says who? Who gives you these names? You just give them to yourself and you just walk around. They call me the innocent.
The judge.
They call me the ladies' man.
The judge at the court said I was innocent.
Which court?
The big one. The Adalet Saraya. The one in Mecidiyeköy. I had a lot of charges against me and he said innocent, innocent, innocent.
I really don't believe you.
If you think I'm innocent, and you should, put a comment below in support against Nadia, okay?
All right.
They're going to come, these supporters, they're going to come over the hill.
You took that so personal. Makes me think, I don't know, maybe I touched a nerve or something.
Your opinion of me is so low, it breaks my heart.
Because I've known you for 4 years, I had time to develop this opinion.
Now, you might think I'm a bad guy. I'm really not. But anyway, bad guy or not, this is a great show.
It really
it stars Berkan Sokolu, Ezgi Molla, and Merve Dizdar. So these are some big hitters, some big shows. And you say you've heard about this one?
I did.
You want to tell me about it?
Yeah, it's about a family. And I'm not going to reveal too much. It's about a family, apartment, mental disorders, love, heartbreak. Boom.
Boom. What kind of mental disorders are we talking?
OCD and chronic panic attacks, all kinds actually. There's like...
Very topical.
Yeah.
Very topical. Yeah. Mental health. Make sure, we've all had we joke about 2021, but, it's been tough for a lot of people.
It really has.
And 2020, of course. So mental health, big thing at the moment. So
I'm glad it's getting the light shed on it. I'm glad people are mentioning it. They're talking about it more. It's becoming more normalized.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got anything for me?
So moving on from the TV shows, I want to talk a little bit about the digital shows. So as you know, Netflix, it's massive everywhere in the world. We also have Disney Plus and HBO Max that are coming to Turkey next year. It's really good news.
Good news.
I'm excited for that.
Yes.
They have good shows. Actually, HBO Max is filming their own original Turkish show already. to be released when they come.
I'm guessing we'll be talking about that in another episode when you tune in the future.
Yes. I also there's Blue TV, which is a Turkish digital streaming service. It's really cool.
I'm well acquainted.
Yeah. So Kenny, do you have any digital shows you want to start with?
I certainly do. And I think a lot of people will have heard of this. This is no secret.
Yeah.
This is Love 101. You'll have seen this all over Netflix. This
Everywhere.
has been massive.
Huge.
It's a great premise for
Yeah.
anyone who hasn't seen it. So it's a bunch of students who rally together in support of their teacher.
Yeah.
And obviously their friendships go through their own trials and tribulations. Really good show. And
Yeah.
that's not my opinion. This
Yeah.
has been massive everywhere. It's the number one show in Turkey, the second biggest show in Saudi Arabia,
Yeah.
the third biggest show in Kuwait, the sixth biggest
Crazy.
show in France, seventh biggest show in Germany, ninth biggest in Qatar. It's a massive, massive
Huge
show.
show.
And you just need to see one episode to understand why.
Yeah.
It will
Yeah.
get you, it takes you right back to your school days if you had good school days. And I had a lot of friendships at school, I'll say that.
Yeah, me
And so
too.
in that regard, it was...
It was the best part of it.
yes,
Yeah, and
yeah.
I guess that's why it's popular, because it like touches on the, school friendships and childhood friendships. That's really cute.
Exactly, something everybody can relate to.
Yeah. Actually, I do want to mention about that show, Love 101. The actress, one of the leading actors, Alina Boz.
Yes.
She's one of my favorite actresses.
Me too.
She's so talented. At 23 years old, she has done so much.
She's only 23.
She's only 23. It makes me feel bad about
Such a
my
failure.
life.
Such a failure. All my teachers were right.
I know, she's absolutely excellent. Her performance was amazing. And she even won the award for Shining Star at the Golden Butterfly Awards last year. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah. Another show I want to talk about is Atiye, or The Gift, and it's starting very sad, and it's the story of a painter that goes on this self-discovering journey as she unearths hidden secrets of this historical site. It's called Göbekli Tepe. Yeah, it got pretty popular, and I think it's because the genre was different. It had like a sci-fi thriller kind of thing with mystery, and you don't see that much in Turkish TV shows.
Yeah, that's pretty, although I think that's becoming more of a thing, isn't it?
I think so. They're like kind of starting that way with Wolf that we talked about last episode, and now, it's pretty amazing.
I've seen that show everywhere, by the way.
I've seen it in Metro.
Yeah, I saw it on the side of Akmerkez the
I
other
know.
day. The Göbekli Tepe,
The Göbekli Tepe.
as as our resident historian, what do you know about Göbekli Tepe?
I actually do know. You're not going to get me here. Göbekli Tepe is one of the, no, it's not one of, it is the oldest temple in the world. It's been built 1,200 years ago. Yeah, and it's in Urfa, Turkey.
Yeah.
And it is believed to be a social gathering site back then. So they would like all get dressed up and
Very good.
chill.
You
Yeah.
are our
I
resident
told you,
historian.
you're not going to
yeah.
get me here.
Yeah, no, I wasn't trying to get you. It was a genuine.
Really, you weren't trying to get me. You got really
No,
disappointed when I knew. Yes.
Okay, no, that's because I remembered I'd left my oven on at home.
Sure.
Yeah, it was. You mentioned it. I was like,
Oh, the oven.
it's my-
Göbekli Tepe reminded you of the oven.
Yes, it did. Yeah. No, you've just been talking about the show The Gift, unearthing all these kinds of things. And speaking of gifts and
Ooh.
unearthing,
Ooh, what do you got for me?
I've got a real good one for you.
Yeah,
This is called Hakan Muhafız, which means the protector.
I've seen this. Yeah.
Yeah. So this the protector. Never going to guess his name. Hakan, and he discovers that he has a superpower.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what the superpower is. You'll have to watch it to find that out.
Yeah.
And obviously, with great power comes great responsibility. He has to learn how to harness it, how to use it properly, and obviously how to use it to protect.
Responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a superhero thing, but obviously a lot more realistic.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the kind of costumes and the jumping around. And all
Yeah,
the rest
yeah,
of it. This is a massive, massive show. It's gone to 190 countries.
That's insane.
That's insane. If I'm not mistaken, I think there's only 193 UN countries. So it's basically gone to
Oh, wow.
just about every country in the world. It's been translated into 30 languages,
Oh wow.
maybe more. This is a massive, massive show. Its first month, it got, I think, 20 million viewers.
What?
So it's doing all right.
That's insane.
It's doing all right. It's nearly doing as well as What's Up Turkey.
Oh, almost. They
Almost.
need to like step it up a little bit.
Yeah. Come on, Protector. Come on, stop moving a little bit. Show us your superpower a little bit.
The next show I want to talk about, dare I say, my favorite show.
This gets the Nadia's favorite klaxon. Nadia's favorite.
No, really, it is my favorite show. It's called The Club. Kulüp. And it is the story of Matilda, an ex-convict who gets released from jail, and her basically journey to fix her relationship with her daughter that she had to abandon. And as you go, you discover more things about what happened, why she went to jail. But not only that, I love the fact that it's set in the 50s. And the entire filming, like the preparation, took 6 months.
What?
Yes, it's insane. 2 to 3 months of those 6 months were only dedicated to Istiklal Street.
That explains so much, Nadia, because as you know, I live right by Istiklal, as do yourself. And for so long, I kept seeing tons of cameras. I saw people in massive costumes, or not massive, eye-catching costumes.
Yes, that was
and
it.
I was like, what is this show?
Oh my gosh, you're
one?
so lucky that you got to see it.
You never saw it?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, you missed out. It looked great.
Oh, that is so fun.
The costumes
I wish
were...
I saw it. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. The detailing, the cars, just everything about it was perfect. The story is perfect. Of course, I'm not going to mention the performance was just amazing. The show maintained top 10 on Netflix for weeks. Not only that, it scored 8.2 on IMDb. And good news for the lovers of the show, me included, the second part will air on January 6th, so I'm very, very excited.
Nice. I'm looking forward to that. I'm telling this to the viewer, not to you, because you, as a resident historian, you already know this.
I know this.
Turkish Jewish community are an oft overlooked segment of society, and an extremely historic one. It's just to this day, there's still only a few thousand Sephardic Jews that came over from Spain back, straight after the conquest of Istanbul, basically, or Constantinople as known then. And they came over during the Spanish Inquisition, and they retained the language that they spoke back then. I even know somebody who speaks Ladino, which is the name of this language, a mixture of Hebrew, Spanish, and Arabic.
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
That's amazing, because when we watched the show, we thought it was Hebrew, but it just, some things didn't click.
Yeah.
So that's amazing to me.
Yeah.
And the actress actually had to take lessons 3 times a week for 3 months. Yeah, she had to take lessons in the language. The dedication is absolutely insane for the show.
And that's really important as well, because sort of as I alluded to, a big part of this community is keeping the language alive, and it's usually just done, generationally. Such as my friend who learnt it and passes it on to their children, because you've got to keep it alive. But now there's a TV show that sort of helps to imprint it a little bit more permanently.
I love to see it. It's beautiful.
So that's really an amazing show, and I, just like Nadia, I strongly, strongly recommend watching it.
Yes. Before we move on, I do want to have 2 honorable mentions. The first one is Fatma. Gorgeous, beautiful show. I binge watched this show in one night because I have no life.
No, I know.
I have no life whatsoever. I sat down with my roommate and we watched it and we could not stop. It is so beautiful. The story is amazing. And another show is Bir Başkadır, Ethos. This one was crazy. Everybody that I know was talking about it.
It was like the Squid Games of early 2021. It was massive.
Everybody was talking about it. And my favorite kind of show or movies is when you have different stories that kind of connect through a character or an event. I love that. And this is it. It's like different group of people from different life backgrounds and social status. And they kind of like have this one common person, which is Maryam, the lead actress. It's really, really, really good show. I love this so much. So hats off to that show.
Yeah. Oh, honorable mention is not even doing it a service. Yeah, that was a massive show.
Gorgeous show.
Massive show. And I'm an ignoramus. And I still was well acquainted with that show.